Hi! So today, instead of a soap video, I wanted to show you a little fall haul because it wouldn't be fall if I didn't have at least a few things to ring in the season, the start of my favorite season. And so the first thing, I have been obsessed with this lady's art for a very long time, and specifically her puzzles. I have two puzzles that are bigger. One is a 1,000-piece puzzle, which I don't know if I will ever probably put together that one. I don't usually go higher than 500 pieces. And then I have one that's a 500-piece puzzle, and maybe I'll show those in a different video. But I just really love her mini puzzles. I've had my eye on her mini puzzles for a while. And I usually look at the New York Puzzle Company, but I found a different website recently that's woman-owned and had great prices. I got these for such a steal, and they came really fast, and they had so many cute things on there for fall and Halloween and Christmas. So I just wanted to show you all about it. If you wanted to get puzzles that are from a slightly smaller company. So first, it had a really cute sticker that I hated that I had to rip, especially since we used to have a bulldog named Chops, and this looked just like Chops, but I couldn't get the sticker off. That was a bummer. So first off, paper packaging, which I love, instead of styrofoam, so you can reuse it. And then this is the first mini puzzle. They're just little 100-piece puzzles. Hopefully the glare, there you can see. This one was exclusive to this website. I have not seen this particular mini puzzle by her anywhere, not even on New York Puzzle Company. So this one I had to snag before I couldn't anymore. It's called Winter Bows. And then this one is going to be the one I put together first. Autumn's Window. Isn't it cute? Her art is just absolutely beautiful. I'll link her main website, but I know that you can find her puzzles even on Amazon. So those are those, and then hopefully my patrons don't watch this, but I got these. They're a greeting card puzzle, and I thought they were so cute. So that will be the patron gift in December. And it comes with a little envelope, so you could even write a message and then take the puzzle apart so that they could have the fun of putting it together and then seeing your message. And I thought that was really cute. But a lot of times with my patron gifts, I like it to be just whole like this, that they can decide what they want to do with their card. So I will probably do it like that and not write a message on it. But I really think that that is so cute. I have never seen anything like this before. So that is my little haul from, it's called Puzzledly. I will link them in the description box below. Like I said, it had a really good end of summer sale. So I got free shipping and a percentage off. I think it was 20% off. So that was pretty exciting. And next is a book haul. I maybe get Barnes & Noble like once a year nowadays. So when I was in my 20s, I lived right next to a movie theater and a Barnes & Noble, and I was there all the time. But nowadays, I would rather, get used books or honor my little local bookstore and even like utilize free libraries and stuff like that. I am very picky over what books I actually buy because I want them to not get out of control again and have them all fit on one bookshelf. But these were all so special and such a good deal that I couldn't help it. So as I was saying, I got a good deal on all of these at the time, and I'm not sure if it's still like this. The hardcovers, brand new hardcovers, were 50% off. So that's why I indulged in this and they were all things that I really, really wanted. So first is, I really love her. I don't have all her books, but a lot of her children's books I really, really, really like. And this one, I think, is the second book in a series. But it's such a beautiful hardbound copy. Look at the end papers. And then this is what it looks like underneath. See, even under the book jacket is really cool. She's a very immersive children's book writer, I think. You really get sucked into her stories. The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane is one of my favorite books. And it is very much like The Velveteen Rabbit, but I also feel like it has its own thing too. I believe that this one is the sequel to The Puppets of Spellhorse, but I'm not sure actually. But just the illustrations are so, so pretty. It's a very beautiful little hardbound book. And I think it was exclusive to Barnes & Noble, which is another cool thing about them as far as being a bigger store, is like there's records that they do there, that vinyl records that they only have there. So that's kind of neat too. Then the next one is from Shay Earnshaw. I really like her too. I read, I can't think of, I think it was called The Wilderness of Stars. I should have looked that up before I started this video, but that was a book I read last year. I really, really loved. And this one is just beautiful. See the gold? So again, even without the paper, it's really pretty. And then with the paper, it's really pretty. It's the raised lettering. She's another one that really, it's considered children's books, but they're so good. They are universally good, and you really get sucked into the story, and you just don't want to stop reading. I don't see very much illustration, but that's okay. I'm excited to read this one, though. I guess I could read you the back or the description. 17-year-old Lark Good wants only one thing: to escape her small town of Cutwater in the history of her family name. It's a history that began during the Dutch tulip mania of 1636, when Lark's ancestors stole the last remaining tulip bulbs and fled to America. But when the tulips bloomed on American soil, madness sprouted from their snowy white petals. The madness was love. Now, generations later, the Goods remain cursed. The unnatural flowers outside their home cause locals to fall helplessly in love with anyone carrying good blood in their veins. While her brother embraces the strange power, Lark wants nothing more than to be free of it. But when she meets a boy who seems unaffected by the family curse, Lark finds herself falling headlong into a feeling she spent her whole life trying to avoid. Yet all curses and magic come with a price, and the town of Cutwater soon sinks into a dangerous sickness tied to Lark and the ill-fated tulips. To break the spell and save the town, Lark will need to sacrifice everything, even true love, because in the Good family, love has a way of destroying everything. Okay, now I know I already did a thrift book haul where I got another copy of The Alchemist, top 5 book of all time, but I couldn't resist this beautiful copy. And I will probably give away my last copy I got, my thrift books copy, as a gift to someone else, because it was brand new and really pretty. But this I just could not resist. It's again, that raised gold, raised lettering. The inside and papers are so pretty. And when you can get a $30 book for $15 that's this pretty, why not, right? Look at the spine. So awesome. If you've never read this book, I cannot stress enough how awesome it is. It is my absolute favorite of his work. I think it's his most famous of his work, but it's also one of the best. It does have little illustrations here, which is another reason I wanted it, because my other one and the first copy I ever had did not have illustrations. Such a beautiful book. I might actually do a fantasy fictional February some year for this book. I don't reread it every year, but when I need to, I reread it. It's one of those ones you can come back to when you really need some comfort or some advice. But what an absolutely beautiful copy. I love the back. To realize one's destiny is a person's only obligation. The shiny gold moon. So pretty. Okay, last two books. This one I have read a couple of times in life, but never actually owned a copy. And although it is a little damaged on this top corner here, the corner is bent and broken, which kind of stinks from Barnes & Noble, but whatever. But this is the painted papers on the side, which is so neat. Loved this picture here, which is also kind of shiny, and the lettering is silver. Really beautiful end papers here too. It's just a very beautiful book. And the library copies I've read my life before, the print was so small. And as I've gotten older now and have trouble with my eyes and have to have bifocals and stuff, now I'm going to really enjoy reading this Halloween where I can actually read it good and see it. Because it's just a perfect size to be able to see. But it's a very beautiful copy of Frankenstein. And it, again, was half price and very, very reasonable. I think it was $10, actually, which is amazing. So if you're looking for a copy of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, this is a beautiful one. And then the very last one is for my little boy, who loves books. I read to him every night, and I read seasonally, so we've been on the same books for the past few months, but I'm going to switch them up for fall and for Christmas. And this one was so incredibly beautiful that I couldn't pass it up, probably for a Christmas present for him. He loves Julia Donaldson, and she did The Gruffalo and Room on the Broom, and of course, here's Stickman. And so this hardbound copy is just so pretty too. It has all the gold shiny details on it. As you can see in a little picture of the Stickman. Again, the end papers are really, really pretty. With all of the illustrations by Axel Schaefer, who's her standard illustrator, I think. It has the Stickman, Superworm, the Scarecrow's Wedding, Zog and the Flying Doctors, and Activities. It's a good size book. Really beautiful paper, nice and glossy and thick. Now I'm going to be making, well, I did make, and there's going to be a Scarecrow themed soap this fall for October. So I actually might need to read the Scarecrow's Wedding. So let me know if you'd like me to do that in the comments. But it's a very beautiful book. I can't wait to give it to him. It might be something that I probably can't wait till Christmas to give him. The Stickman one is really, really cute. If you've never read Stickman, you should. It's all about being appreciative of home. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. And I'll be back to making all the soaps next week, because next week is the shop update for September. And I can't wait to show those all to you. I hope that you had a wonderful August and are easing into your fall. And take care.